Good evening, ladies. How are you this evening? Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yes,
Brilliant.
no problem.
Thanks. Thanks, ladies. Brilliant. I because it shows that the microphone is moving, but I'm always scared just in case it's not. I'm like, oh my God, happy Friday. We're at the end of the week. The weekend is starting, and we have a bank holiday weekend, which is always great, and the sun is still shining. So, congratulations again for showing up, ladies. You are absolute troopers for showing up. So I just wanted to first and foremost congratulate you for showing up again on another evening, on another glorious sunny evening. So again, I'll try and keep it as short and sweet as I can. Now I've said that it'll probably go on longer, but look, we will try our level best. Tonight we are speaking about something I am very passionate about, the power of love. Oh my God. So the last two nights we've been really coming into the body. We've been coming in to figure out what is it that we truly want in our lives. Then figuring out have we got money blocks? Where could it be showing up in our lives? And now we're coming into the love element of it. I love this quote. Fall in love with taking care of yourself. Fall in love with the path of deep healing. Fall in love with becoming the best version of yourself. Oh my God. So when we think about it, to fall in love with taking care of ourselves, so often we take so much care of everyone else. You've heard the saying more than once that if you're on an airplane and even if you're traveling with kids, that you get attend to your own life jacket first before you attend to them. Why is that important? Because if the plane is going down, or for whatever reason that anyone will really survive that, you won't be able to help them if you don't have your life jacket on. So the quicker you get yours on, the better you'll be able to help them. So the quicker you fill your own cup up with love, the more you give that self-care, that self-nourishment to yourself, the quicker you can feed it out onto everyone else. Then not only that, fall in love with the path of deep healing. Sometimes we can run away from healing work. I get it. I've been knees deep in it for over a decade. And I understand it. I've trained as a healer, a Reiki master, and different modalities like IET, which is integrated energy therapy, and many, many more, like coaching and so on. And even coaching, for instance, a lot of people might think when they come to a coach like myself, a life coach, they mightn't think they're going on a healing journey. But when you go to any type of therapy like this, it is healing work because you're going in, you're figuring out what is the stagnant energy that's keeping you stuck. So, falling in love with the path of deep healing is what's important. Every day is a school day, every day we're learning. And a beautiful tip, I don't know, did I share this with you on the past two nights? But a beautiful tip someone gave me a couple of years ago. I can remember being re-triggered by my grief, and I was like I'm married now at this stage again, remarried. And I'm like, what is going on? And someone said to me, they said, you're going in at a deeper level. So there might be still a bit of residue. And will I still get upset, even though it's 11, 12 years on now? Of course I will. Even though my life has moved on and I'm happily remarried, my family has grown. But I can still get upset. I can still hold that emotion, but I can hold space for it. But what can happen is I won't be in it for so long. So, for anyone that is going on a healing journey, when they're trying to love and nourish themselves and fill up their heart chakra, they need to remember that the pain that you feel right now in this moment mightn't be the same as the pain you'll feel in a month's time. The pain now you might be in might keep you in it for a week and you might be able to get out of bed and all of those things. Next month, if you're re-triggered, it might only take a day. The time after that, it might only take an hour. So know that there is a path through healing. And the more you facilitate yourself by filling up your cup, but by not only that, filling up your toolkit. And that's what's so important. We need to fill up our toolkit for life so that we have different things that we can dip in and out of to help us as we go on our merry journey. Fall in love with becoming the best version of yourself. This is. mm, I wish I could go back to my 16-year-old self and say that to her. I wish that she could grab her blue pen and her journal and write that out every day and to visualize it and to meditate on it. that isn't the case. And maybe if I did, would I be where I am right now, speaking to ye, doing these master classes, being in the different healing modalities and in the coaching space? Maybe not, because maybe my journey might have worked out differently. But I'm so grateful and thankful for the journey I've been on because it has brought me to this present moment. And again, coming from a place of gratitude, regardless of the ups and downs and in betweens. But I'm so grateful for the person I've become. And I fell in love in my 30s. It took me till my 30s to fall in love with the person I was becoming and the version of myself I was becoming. Because remember, we have to love ourselves before we can love others. And why does love matter? Love is the foundation of emotional well-being and human connection. Self-love empowers confidence and resilience, while for others creates joy and fulfillment. Embracing love, both giving and receiving, opens your heart to new possibilities. And of course, we always want to have new possibilities in our lives. But what can happen is when we're going through the grief, the breakup, the heartache, the having bad days or whatever it is, and we don't feel like we're radiating the love from our heart chakra, that's okay. This too shall pass. But always coming back to a place of love is the foundation for everything. Love is the foundation for everything. When you give birth to a baby, you have unconditional love for it. Even if you haven't birthed the baby and you see a baby, you just have this love, you just have this feeling from your heart. Even if it's a dog, for people who don't have kids and they compare it to a dog or a cat or whoever, the love they feel for them. But we've all experienced love in some shape or form. But we find it so easy to give the love, forgetting about ourselves because life gets in the way. And the self love element empowers us to have more confidence. Who doesn't want more confidence? And it's not confidence of the ego, it's confidence of self, it's confidence of the alignment of who I am authentically as I stand in my power, in my truth here in front of you. It gives you the resilience to be able to say yes or no. It gives you the resilience to have the boundaries in everything that you do, while love for others creates joy and fulfillment. Imagine if you woke up every day and you radiated love from your heart chakra because you have so much love and light to give, and you filled up your own cup. Imagine how many lives that you would impact and the trickle effect it would have. Again, I don't know if I shared this with you, but I remember I lived in Edinburgh when I was only 19. I moved over there and I lived there for 2 years. And I'd be walking down the street and I'd be like, hi, hi, do you know, people walking by. And my friend who was from Edinburgh was like, do you know those people? I was like, no. She was like, why are you saying hi to them? And I was like, I just am. Do you know, it's just like nice to say hi. And obviously, fast forward when we went through the pandemic a couple of years ago, when you're passing people saying hi on the street, you don't know if they've any connection at all. You might be the only person they talk to in a day. And again, by you having that smile on your face and saying hello can enrich someone's life. So again, by you filling up your own cup to be able to go out and put a smile on your face will help everyone around you. But not only that, embracing love, both giving and receiving. This is so important. As I said, we can give it. We can give all the love, but receiving it, no, we shut ourselves off sometimes, which comes into the root chakra and the sacral chakra, that pleasure element. We're like, no. And again, the good Catholic girls sometimes within us, we cut ourselves off from that. But again, we need to be able to give and receive. We need to be able to say thank you. Yes, I need a hug. And again, like a weird, funny story about this, like, but I remember at my first husband's, oh, month's mine. I remember we'd done the church, and as you do in Ireland, you go to the pub after it. And we were in the pub, and a couple of my friends were going away. And Alex, one of the guys, he was like, bye, Leanne, and he gave me a hug, but he really embraced me. And I literally said to him, I was like, Alex, can you just stay here for a minute and just keep hugging me the way you're hugging me? Because he gave me a proper bear hug. And I don't think I'd felt a bear hug like that in ages. And he was like, of course I can. And his wife, Adele, who obviously I'm very good friends with, I was like, I hope you don't mind. But he's hugging me in a way right now that I just feel so loved, cared, and protected. And I needed that in that moment. And I was able to vocalize it, which was so beautiful. So again, I was able to receive in that moment. He gave me the hug, but I was also able to speak my truth and say, can you just hold this hug for a tiny bit longer? My soul needs it. So be open to receive the love that is being given to you in any shape or form. The sacred balance of love. Love involves both vulnerability and strength. Everyone thinks it's vulnerability. They think it's all vulnerability. And then they're afraid to let their guard down because they've had to build up so many walls. But it's about honoring your emotions while maintaining your boundaries. Divine love is unconditional, and cultivating it aligns with your higher frequency and universal energy. And I'm massive into working with the divine feminine, the goddess, all the beauty that she brings. I love the masculine and feminine energy. But again, I was born as a woman, I was born with a womb space. So I love to honor and respect that. Did I always? No, of course not. I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to not I didn't know how to respect myself, but I didn't know how to really like love myself unconditionally. I didn't understand the proper way to love on the frequency of being a woman, of being a feminine woman, to be in flow, to receive that nurture while having my masculine energy, but to be in balance of it all. So honoring and respecting them is so, so important. Because what can happen is, like I said, the vulnerability part, we can find it hard to let our masks down, to let our walls down, to be vulnerable. It took me, again, on my grief journey to go when I knew I wanted to open up my heart again to love, or even just to go dating, because to be honest with you, that's all I was going to do. I was literally going out dating. I was like, I'll go on a couple of dates, make myself feel a bit sexy, happy days. Do you know, I didn't really envision any more than that. But I had to invest in myself first. I had to go, okay, I want this. And then as I was kind of out dating, I was like, God, I think I actually might want a tiny bit more. But what does that look like? What do I need to do first in myself? I'm not saying it's easy to get a person like a man in your life, but I wanted to get the right one. I wanted to get the one that I truly wanted. Like if I could write him down, magic wand him, what is it? And I literally done that. I always jokingly say, Kevin, my husband now, is the person that my 16-year-old self before all the shit and all the, the thing when you're a teenager, all of that stuff. He was my ideal man. But of course, I had to go through all of that, and my first husband, obviously, that passed away, he was amazing. He was incredible. He was exactly the man I needed in that moment of my life. But I didn't truly know myself. I didn't truly know how to even honor and respect myself. I was just going with the flow of life. I'd done what I was meant to do. Met the man, bought the house, got married, had the child. I ticked the boxes for the people. It's what you're meant to do. I was happy. I was in love. I'd done what I was meant to do. But then when I done this deep work on myself, I was like, fucking hell. Wow. I didn't realize there was so much within me that I wanted more. I needed more. I craved more. And now I can get more. So when I decided, and again, I might have shared this with you, I'm a very like visual person. Could be my dyslexic, could be my ADHD, who knows. But I remember sitting in my house. I had a house in Limerick at the time. And I remember viewing my life in two ways. This way was the single mom widow, nothing wrong with that. Get Jack to 18, he'll move out to college, then I'll invest in myself. Then I'll figure, what I want to do the next chapter. Or I invest in myself now, and I really do want to open up my heart again to love, because all I could picture was hand in hand and a sunset. That was just my vision. It was like just that nourishment of traveling the world with someone, that person by your side. And I was like, okay, now, I'm not saying the single mom and widow route is easy, but like opening up your heart again to love after being a widow, and especially in my circumstances, again, I don't know if I've shared it, like, but my first husband died suddenly in my arms of a clot. I had to try and revive him and all the rest of it. So very hard. And he had gone through an illness, like he wasn't meant to die. He got the all clear halfway through his treatment. So it was a lot. So not only am I potentially opening up my heart again to love, I then have to deal with all these limiting beliefs. he could two-time me because we've all had those relationship in our teens and all the rest of it, where you've had the infidelity. Then I'm thinking of now he could clap out on me. I have all the things going on in my head now. It's like now he could clap out me. So it's like, well, I can hardly ask them for their VHI and doctor's report when I go on a dating app. Sorry, are you up to date with your flu vaccine? Are you up to date with your technics? How far can you run? Get them on one of those treadmill machines with all the things plastered on them. If you want to date me, you need to do this test. So I knew obviously that's not realistic. We can't do that. So I thought, I have to be willing to go knees deep into this and heal myself and help myself on the journey. Because that's the only way. Because if I don't, I will never get what I truly want and deserve in life and from a partner, and I'll end up more miserable than I already am, even though I was happy in that moment going on the journey. But equally, it's like I didn't want to go backwards and be in like unfulfilling relationships or anything like that. So it was like going, and I have a son to think about. So Jack was 10 months old when his dad passed away. He was 2.5 at this point. So like I went from being married to a single mom within 10 months. Like I was married, had a baby, 10 months later, my husband's dead. I'm 2 years married. I'm a widow now. And, I have a 10-month-old baby. What do I do? So then when I decided, obviously 2.5 years later, that I'm going to open up my heart again to love, I'm going to like see where life can take me. But I equally had to think of Jack in the background. Like Jack was my reason why in life. I wanted him to see that regardless of what life throws at you, you can still get up and make something of yourself. You still have to feel. You still have to have your down days. You still have to go through life. But equally, I knew, and not everyone, I'm not saying that every widow should move on. I'm not saying everyone that goes through a breakup should go on and meet someone else. If you don't want to and you're done with love, love yourself. Happy days, live your life, be happy. But I knew for me, and it wasn't to fulfill me. I didn't need another person to fulfill me. I knew I just wanted another person because I saw the happily ever after and I love love. So by me able to connect into loving myself unconditionally, doing the work and showing up, I was able to manifest. I went on dates with loads of other guys. They were lovely. And then I met Kevin. And it was incredible and it was amazing. And just the synchronicities of how it all happened. Now, I'm not saying we sailed off into the sunset. He triggered the shit out of me. Like there was loads of ups and downs at the beginning, but I was aware of that. I knew there was going to be because I knew I'm going to be raw going into this. Like I'm like someone coming back from Beirut and you're dropping bombs on front of me. But I was aware of that. So while I was putting myself and progressing the relationship with Kevin, I was working on myself. And that's why every day is a school day. That's why working on yourself is so important and to continue to work on yourself. Like what I said to you last night or the night before, when you get into the honeymoon period and you stop doing all the work that worked all along, and then all of a sudden you're getting triggered and you're fighting or you're putting up the pounds or whatever the case is, and you're like, fuck it. I left it slip. But that's great because at least you can go back to what was working and bring it back into your life. Now, so there you go. There's my little bit of a tiny bit of off topic, but I like to be able to obviously my whole business has been created around my life. And that's why I get so passionate about it because it's obviously everything that I do is because of where I've come from. And that's why I want to be able to, this is how I show up authentically to be able to help others in it. So connecting self-love and relationships. A strong foundation of self-love allows you to attract healthy, harmonious relationships. Healing past wounds makes space for deeper, more meaningful connections. So like that, if I hadn't done any of the healing work and I just needed a man to fulfill me, I just needed a dad for Jack. I didn't need any of those things, nor did I want them. But it was when I done the work on myself that I realized that I did want to open up my heart again to love. But I got to figure out what type of love I wanted. But we have to go in and do the work to help heal ourselves. Will you be fully healed going into a new relationship? Maybe not. But are you doing the work showing up so that you can put the plaster over it, that you can put the cream on it, that you can help yourself versus going from one to the next to the next to the next? Nothing is working out. There's a repeat, there's a cycle. And you're like, why do I constantly keep falling into the same relationships? Or equally, think of your, it could be friendships as well. So while some of the times I might be talking about romantic relationships, this can be correlated to friendships, family, love of self as well. So just in case I'm going on constantly about a partner, a romantic partner, these can be friendships, work relationships, and that this can be intertwined. But we have to heal from past wounds to make space for more meaningful connections. Because again, if we've got too much baggage, where do they fit into our lives? There's no room for them to really fit in. So all they're getting is the negative and the old and the unprocessed stuff. So you want to be at least processing or have processed before you move on. So potential blocks to love, emotional wounds, pain from heartbreak, grief, or rejection can close the heart chakra and create fear around love. Signs of this is difficulty trusting others, avoiding vulnerability, and being over self-critical. And the crazy thing about it is we've all probably had more than one partner in our lives or one or more boyfriends. They can all individually have left trauma within us. And it doesn't have to be big, like, it could have been your boyfriend at 16 went away with your best friend, or, it doesn't have to be this big, traumatic, your man died in your arms. But equally, these leave scars in us. So while our journeys might be different, the pain is still the same, the triggers. So even though you could be sitting here now at my age, 42, going, why am I still being triggered by that fucker when I was 18? You know, but that's still okay. Just the more you become aware of it and bring it into your conscious and work through it, through forgiveness work, inner child healing, and different things like that, that really helps. Self-love struggles, negative self-talk, or feelings of unworthiness can block your ability to love yourself fully. We've all had that negative Nelly in our head. Look at the state of you, you're too fat. Oh my God, who are you? Who could love you? And the list goes on and on. Also, as well, the signs are putting others' needs above your own, ignoring personal care, and feeling disconnected from yourself. And again, that's what I'm saying. If you get into a relationship too quickly, when you haven't properly processed stuff, that can happen. You'll put all their needs before yours. You're in the people pleasing mode. You're doing everything for them. And what happens? You end up resenting them because they're doing nothing for you. And you're not being vulnerable enough to say what you need, what your needs are. Like me and my husband, I pride myself on being a good communicator. While he mightn't like it half the times what I have to communicate with him. But at least I communicate with it so that it isn't a constant bubble up. Because I suppose when we think back to our parents, especially if you came from a Catholic household, 9 times out of 10, the mother done everything. Don't disturb your father with that now. Don't tell your father that. Don't do that. Now, my I saw that in my grandparents with my mother and father, not so much, but again, my mother was the stay-at-home mother. She was the one that bore the brunt of everything. And she had all that stress of not only being a caregiver, being a mother, and all those different hats. So you could see where the self-love would have fallen away because she didn't understand how to love herself, how to nurture herself. And that's why this work is so important, delving into the heart chakra, coming in contact with the goddess, that beautiful feminine energy. Resistance to vulnerability can be fear of being hurt again, can lead to walls around your heart, preventing deeper emotional connections. Signs are keeping relationships surface level or avoiding emotional intimacy. So, like I jokingly said to you there, if I hadn't done the work on myself, there's no way in hell I would have. I'd be happily remarried now. I would have never have had identical twin girls because I would have kept my walls up going, he's going to die. But I kept having to remind myself, everyone's going to die, Leanne. Everyone's going to die regardless. That's a guarantee in life. So I had to kind of talk myself back to that. Now I keep threatening him saying, you need to at least get to 93, like, like you have to get to there, like, and I think I said that to him on I think I made him pinky swear that on our second or third date because we actually fell quite hard for each other. Um, But and I said, like, if we're going and this is going to be a thing, like, you have to swear that you're going to live forever. So he promised me that, and he's younger than me as well. So again, if you're out there and you're single and you're thinking of going back dating, he's 3 years younger than me. You can go younger, you can go older, you can go different, do whatever you want. I always went older, now I've gone younger. Who knows what's next? Only joking. So action steps to open to love. Heal your heart goes without saying. Let's get into a beautiful guided meditation now, because I love a good all meditation. So we're going to get into a little meditation now to start doing a little bit of a healing process to heal your heart. I'm just going to take a little sip of my water. So closing down your eyes, if it's safe to do so, connecting in with your breath, taking 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. On the inhale, feel your lungs expand like two big balloons. And on the exhale, feel all your worries drift away. Breathing in and out. With your eyes closed and your palms facing upright to receive, know that you are held in a sacred space now. This is a moment for healing, a time to let go, to open, and to receive love. As you breathe, allow yourself to soften into the present. Now bring your awareness to the center of your chest, the space of your heart center. This is your heart chakra. Imagine a soft, radiant green light beginning to glow warm and soothing. With each inhale, see this light expanding. With each exhale, feel tension dissolving. You are safe. You are loved. Now releasing some emotional wounds. In your mind's eye, picture yourself holding a delicate rose petal. This petal carries the past hurts, grief, and heartache you've been carrying. When you are ready, gently release the petal into a stream of light, watching as it floats away. Feel the burden lift, leaving space for peace. Now we're going to invite in some self-love and compassion. Picture yourself standing before a mirror, gazing into your own eyes. See yourself with kindness, with love, with deep appreciation for all that you are. Silently or aloud, speak words of love to yourself, like I am worthy of love. I am whole. I am enough. Now we're going to expand your frequency of love. Imagine a green light in your heart, expanding beyond your body, filling the space around you. This is your love. This is your healing. Send this love to yourself first, then gently extend it to loved ones and to the world. Repeat these affirmations now, either in your head or out loud. I am love. I am open. I am whole. My heart is safe. My heart is free. I welcome healing. I welcome love. Bringing your hands to your heart chakra now. Taking 3 deep breaths. Softly say, my heart is open. My energy is renewed. I will carry this love to all and keep my vibration high today and every day. Slowly wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, put a smile on your face, and slowly come back into the room. I hope you feel okay after that little meditation. I love doing meditations around love and the heart chakra. I love going a bit deeper with them, and I love bringing in Mary Magdalene and the goddesses like Kuan Yin for love and compassion. Because when we bring in the rose and the rose element as well, it can really help us transcend the frequency, quantum leap. It's just so magical and beautiful. So I'd like you to grab your journal now if you can. What does your heart need right now to feel safe and open? So, what does your heart need to feel safe and open again? Now, equally, you might be already in a relationship and you might be like, oh, but what does that mean for me? Is there areas in your relationship where you feel closed off, where you feel you're stuck in a rut, where you just feel meh with life and your relationship? Answer this question. Because we can be in a relationship, but it might be gone stagnant. You might still love the person, but you might need that spark back in you for it to spark back up the relationship. So, what do you need in your heart to feel safe and open again? A tip for you as well, mirror work is amazing, and it's what I do with my coaching clients. It is an incredible tool when you look into your own eyes and use affirming words like love and worthiness. And I've wrote obviously an affirmation for you there. I am worthy of love in every form. And what can happen is when we do mirror work, it can be very uncomfortable when we look in our eyes in the mirror. We use the mirror every single day. We're brushing our teeth, we're doing our makeup. You know, like there's so many different times throughout a day we look in the mirror, but we don't actually truly look in the mirror. When was the last time you truly looked in the mirror and saw yourself versus looking at the external, oh, I'm wearing a dress, or oh, I'm wearing this, or this looks okay on me, this doesn't look okay on me. When did you ever truly look into your eyes? Look deep into your eyes. What do I need today? Reflecting back, I love you. And so many of my clients when they even try and say, I love you while looking at themselves in the mirror deep into their eyes. They can struggle with it. They can find it hard. But again, how are we going to be receptive for that love to come in if we can't even look deep into our own eyes and love ourselves? This is where the self love, the feminine, the essence of bringing that vulnerability truly comes into play. That's why I get so excited and passionate about it. I'm trying to contain myself as much as I can right now because I get so excited about it because I know I even feel emotional now. I know how incredible this work can be and how it can transform your life and not only just your love life, but all the other areas of your life because abundance truly flows when you feel that love and honor and respect for yourself, when you feel into that flow with life. And that all comes when we're in balance within our chakras, when we're honoring and respecting our feminine flow. So embrace your vulnerability as a strength. For example, sharing your feelings with a trusted friend. Because how many times do our friends come to us, our family members, and we take it all on? When was the last time that you gave to a friend that you were like, this is how I'm feeling? Because I know I'm the type of person people come to me and I'm the strong one. And I can find it hard then to be vulnerable because I was always Dr. Doolittle that everyone came to. So then it was like, oh my God, how can I be vulnerable? So only from doing this work, it was like, okay, I'm not saying that you need to go out and tell everyone your business or tell everyone your problems, but where can you truly let your guard down and be vulnerable and be held in a space, in a safe space by that person to be seen, to be heard? And like that, I've said it to my husband, Kevin, there's times I'm not going to need you to fix me. I just need you to hear me. Let me rant. Let me vent. Let me do the things. And then if I need a hug after it, give me the hug. Give me the whatever I may need after it. But I don't need to be fixed. I just need to be held and to be seen. And he is amazing at doing that. But it took me to communicate that with him for us to be able to do that in our relationship. But again, you can do this in a friendship as well. And then express gratitude openly to someone who has impacted your life. How many people have impacted your life that you mightn't have even told? I love I love a practice of randomly texting someone or sending them a voice note going, do you know the other day when I met you and you said X, Y, and Z to me, I just wanted you to know this really, really helped me. Or, so even though the moment has passed, I want them to know that it's made a massive impact on my life. And there's so many people that have made a massive impact on my life. And I always make sure that I make them aware of that. Because again, we just think like we are just regular people, but we're making an impact and we don't realize the massive impact we can be making on people's lives. So when you give that gratitude to someone else, it's not that you're going to give it to receive it back, but 9 times out of 10, it does come back to you. And it's so lovely to receive like gratitude from someone when they say, oh my God, the advice you gave me really helped me, or, it's an amazing feeling. So do express gratitude yourself. Obviously, the two, I know obviously you're doing the magic together, but even the gratitude for each other for coming together to do that is so beautiful. And just like if a friend or a family member or whoever pops into your head and it puts a smile on your face, even texting that. I was just thinking of you there and it put a smile on my face. So I just wanted to let you know, have a good day. But you're letting them know they put a smile on your face, and that's beautiful. Imagine receiving that text message. It will put a smile on your face. So you're putting a smile on their face, and you've no idea what they could be going through in that moment of time. So give gratitude for anyone that may have helped you. And imagine it could have been someone 20 years ago. Let's say you're with your significant other now because Mary, who was next to you in the pub, said, look, Larry there is amazing. You should get with Larry. And now 20 years later, you're happy and married to Larry. But you totally forgot to say thank you to that woman. Maybe you could text that woman now and go, do you know what? Thank you so much. If you hadn't sidestepped away from him, I wouldn't be with him as much as I want to kill him, but thank you. So give gratitude and spark that joy in yourself again, remembering that we can constantly come back to raise our vibration. Also, align your actions with love. Let's promise to take one loving action towards ourselves and one towards someone else daily if we can, because self-care rituals and heartfelt compliments can help us all. So by you looking at yourself in the mirror, I keep looking up here because I have mirrors behind my desk. When you look at yourself in the mirror, and look at yourself, you're raising your vibration. When you give that compliment to someone, remember what I said, I think on day one? When you give a compliment to someone, your dress is beautiful, or oh my God, this, we don't need to get a compliment back. We wanted to give it because we wanted them to receive it. But as us Irish people do, we get so uncomfortable. We're like, oh my God, and this is beautiful as well. And it's like this tennis match going back and forth. Just receive it and put your hand in your heart and say, thank you. Thank you so much. So practice doing that, practice receiving it. So, who you were, begin by honoring the past expressions with love, the past person you were, both joyfully and painfully. So, like, really go deep with who you were through all the ups and downs and in betweens, in all the love, in all the romantic relationships, in all the friendships that you've had. What I would love you to do is to write a letter to your past self, thanking her for the love she gave and received and for the lessons that you learned. So write a letter to your past self, thanking her. So write your name, like obviously me. Thank you, Leanne, for the love you gave me and for the love I received and for the lessons I learned. And then obviously write upon them. What are the lessons you've learned in love from your past self, both joyful and painful? And hold space for yourself if you need to cry. Obviously, you can do this when we're finished the call. Keep journaling now as I'm talking, but if emotions do come up, honor and respect yourself if they come up. Be okay with it because, again, the more we clear out, the more we can open up, the more we can flourish, the more we can grow, the more we can attract more love into our lives in all shapes and form. So, writing that letter to your past self also brings you back into a space of rooted into your root chakra. Because what are you? You are safe now. You might have been through horrible relationships, but you're writing this from a place of where you are right now, which is safe and rooted in yourself. So breathe into it. Stay connected to your breath when you're doing it. Put on lovely music as you're doing it as well. Feel free after it, like I was saying to you the other night, to burn it. Once you've written it to your past self, honor it, feel it, imagine you are handing it to your past self so she feels seen, heard, validated for everything she's went through. Give her gratitude and thanks for getting you to this moment in time. And then obviously we're in Beltane as well. So we're in that fiery ritual of that beautiful goddess in the spring, in the summer, in the equinox, and all of the beauty. So you can do a fire ritual, burn it, releasing the energy that may be negative that you don't want to hold on to anymore. So who you're becoming. Let's step into the energy of unconditional love, starting with you. The heart chakra governs self love, compassion, and connection to others. You can use green or pink crystals like rose quartz or green adventure to support healing and expansion. I absolutely love crystals. I have crystals everywhere. I'm here in my office, I've got crystals. I've got crystals in my bedroom, in my hallway. They're everywhere around my house. I love crystals. Yeah, it's so funny. I'll tell you this funny story. Like sometimes I will put crystals in my bra as well. It's just like if you've no pockets, I just throw them into the bra. have them with me. And the twins, well, they must have been about three. So they'd see me putting it into my bra anyway. And one of the days they got their crystals because I bought them crystals as well. And they put them down their top. And of course, they fell out the other side. They were like, Mommy, it's not working. Why doesn't it stay in our top? I was like, you're not old enough yet to have things that hold you up in place. But equally, don't forget if they're in your bra, if you're going through security in an airport as well. Done that also. But crystals are amazing for helping your heart chakra. Rose quartz is one of my favorites. I always use it with my clients. I absolutely love it. It is such a beautiful, beautiful healing stone that you can have. And it comes in different shapes and forms. And you can get it in bracelet. Like here, I'm wearing a clear quartz bracelet. You can get I have here, this isn't a rose quartz, but this is like, oh my God, come back here. This is a talisman. This is a necklace that I have. So I have so many different things. The shop where I normally get all of my crystals from, which I love, is Angel Times. They're based in Limerick, but they have an online shop. Angel Times, they're brilliant. So and also as well in I don't know where you're based, ladies, but Liscannor, the rock shop in Liscannor by the Cliffs of Moher. Absolutely amazing, but a very dangerous shop to go into because, oh my God, you'll want everything. And you're like, can I sell a child and a kidney for that big, massive amethyst crystal thing? So, yeah. So, while it is beautiful, if you are taking a day trip to the Cliffs of Moher to go in there, maybe leave the credit card at home and give yourself a budget. But they do amazing crystals in there. But these are all things that we can do to help ourselves to raise our vibration to the frequency of love. And then we've got our throat chakra. A lot of people don't think this. They're all about like, oh, love, it's all about the heart chakra. It's no, oh my God, it's not. And as you know from the past couple of nights, being with me, speaking authentically and expressing even your emotions are the key to building deeper communications and connections. Journal or share one vulnerable truth with someone you trust. So, again, this is something that you can do yourselves to journal on something that is vulnerable that you've kept inside that you haven't been vulnerable about. So, journal on it or trust someone with it. Again, to express it, to get it out. Because, again, if we're saying we want all of this in our life. We want the abundance, we want the love, we want all of this. But yet we're speaking negatively about money. We're speaking negatively about love. We're speaking negatively about our future self or our current self. How do we expect to manifest our beautiful future self who is abundant, who is loved? How do we expect that to come into existence? So it again, it's coming into that throat chakra, speaking your truth, speaking on purpose. Why this sacred transformation matters? Love is the highest vibration, connecting us to ourselves, others, and the divine. The divine is within us. We are all souls. We came here as a soul. So whether you believe in God, Buddha, Allah, aliens, unicorns, whatever you believe in, we came here as souls and we are unique. No two of us are the same. So we all came here with different frequencies. We all came here with different knowledge. We all came here with on different missions. So love is always, regardless, being the highest frequency. So tapping into the divine, that's why I work so deeply with my clients, working with the divine, working with the goddess, working with the higher self, because we need to tap into that frequency. We need to be able to tap into that to help raise our frequency, to ground us into our flow. By embracing love, you will experience greater joy, healing, and fulfillment in your relationships. But it starts with self love and radiating it outwards. So, before we get into another little meditation, different tips that you can do to nurture yourself for self healing is have a beautiful, you know, the way we can do things and we do them every day. We might have a shower every day. Well, hopefully, we all have a shower every day, or we have a bath every day. Why not make them now as rituals? Make them loving, make them sexy. I'm a very like we're like we're pleasurable beings. We like to be pleasured. We like to be nurtured. Like, do you know the way you can eat a food and it's bland? And then you can eat a food that set your taste buds alight and you're like, oh my God, it's like an orgasm in my mouth. Why not bring that more into your day to day? Eat more foods that give your mouth orgasms. Have showers where you feel sexy. Have baths where you light the candles and you use the nourishing scrub and you make it really sexy and sensual. Love on yourself. Like people laugh at me when I'm eating certain foods. I'm like, oh, and I start moaning. They're like, are you all right? I'm like, oh my God, this is just beautiful. It is gorgeous. And they're like, they'd be laughing at me. But again, I'm very expressive. I love love. I love excitement. I love just the beauty and the taste and the vibration that things can bring us. So, how can I bring more vibration, more love into my life by loving myself? So, how can I nurture myself with loving orgasmic foods? How can I love on myself to bring more rituals of self-love into my day? Maybe my shower isn't my shower anymore. Maybe my shower is my beautiful goddess cleansing my beautiful, sexy body. And I repeat affirmations in the shower of, I'm a sexy goddess, or whatever area of your life you're working on, and repeating those and envision yourself standing under a waterfall and, all of the things, even though you're in the shower at home. Envision all the things, transport your mind to somewhere else. Your mind doesn't know, we can transport ourselves to wherever we want to go. So do it, be playful with it. Because again, we need to tap into the sacral chakra and that playfulness to bring in that love. So, wherever you can find pockets of peace and pockets of love in your day where you can nourish yourself. Yes, the house might need to be cleaned. Yes, all these things need to be done. But could I maybe go out in the back for 10 minutes and actually lie down on the grass and read a chapter of a book? Because who knows when the sun is going to come back in Ireland. Can I do that for myself? Can I love on myself first, put on my own life jacket before I attend to everyone else? That's why I get up every morning and do a morning ritual before my kids get up and my husband. I need to fill up my own cup first. I get up, I do my gratitude journaling, I do my Reiki on myself, or I do a meditation on myself. I move my body and I read a couple of pages of personal developments and I get a bit of movement and flow, sexy dance, moving my hips, moving that sacral and root chakra, moving that frequency and the energy in my body. So by the time they get up, I'm good to go. I've filled myself up, I've dusted myself off, and I'm ready for the tsunami of questions and all the rest of it that they're going to throw at me. So, having a beautiful morning ritual can be transformative to your life. And it might only mean, even if you don't have kids, getting up 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier, where you're going, do you know what? I'm going to look at the sunrise this morning. When was the last time I saw a sunrise? I'm going to have my cup of tea, my cup of coffee while I watch the sunrise. I'm going to give gratitude for my eyes to be able to see this beautiful sunrise because I know that's going to raise my vibration and my frequency because I know that I am so blessed to be able to see this. So, how can we start our day by filling up our cup with love? What do I need right now in this moment that's going to serve me to have more love in my life? Do I need to heal more? Do I need to move more? Do I need to eat more? Eat less? What is it? What do you need to do in your life? So we're going to get into a little meditation now to step into the frequency of becoming her, the beautiful goddess that you already are, but you don't know it because you're trapped in your limiting beliefs. So we're going to bring her in and bring in all the love that she has waiting for you. So closing down your eyes again, if it's safe to do so. Taking 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. On the inhale, feel your lungs expand like two big balloons. And on the exhale, feel all your worries drift away. Breathing in and out. I call upon your guides now, your spirit guides, your loved ones to be with you as we go on this beautiful journey to become her. I ask Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary to step forward too with the beautiful rose frequency, Goddess Kuan Yin, for her love and compassion to be with you also. This meditation is a journey into your highest self, the woman who boldly steps into her dreams, who welcomes abundance, and who loves herself fully. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to soften into this transformation. Feel the energy of your root chakra glowing red at the base of your spine. This is your foundation, your stability, your unwavering trust of yourself. With every inhale, feel the strength rising within you, grounding you in your center. With every exhale, release any doubt and hesitation. Affirm, I am strong. I trust my path. Now focus on your lower belly, the center of creativity and flow. See it glowing orange, warm and full of possibility. As abundance surrounds you, allow your body to open and receive. You are limitless, magnetic, deserving. Now see a golden light radiating from your solar plexus, filling you with confidence and empowerment. Affirm, I welcome prosperity and success, and I am worthy of abundance. Bringing your attention to your heart center now, glowing a radiant green light. This is your love, your power, your ability to receive and give freely. Feel this light expand, reaching every part of your being. You are loved, and the love flows effortlessly to you. As you open your heart, you magnetize love deep, nourishing, and unconditional love. Affirm, I am worthy of love. I love myself fully. Coming in to your third eye now. Imagine a version of you standing in the distance. She is radiant, confident, and fearless. Step closer. Notice how she moves, how she smells, how she carries herself with grace and certainty. See her living her dream life. Notice the details, the home, the joy, the love that surrounds her. Now step into her. Merge your energy with hers. You are now the woman who boldly lives her dream. Affirm, I am her. I am living my dream life now. Placing one hand on your heart chakra, which is at your chest center, and one hand at your belly button area, your sacral chakra. I want you to feel the frequency and the energy that is flowing to and through you. You are her. You embody courage, abundance, and love. Carry this energy with you always. Take a final deep breath in. And as you breathe out, envision a beautiful white light surrounding you now, filling you with so much love and light. We give thanks to your guides and spirit guides and loved ones for always being with you on your journey. Slowly wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, put a smile on your face, and come back into the room. So, whether you're watching this now or in the future, you are her. You are filled with love. You are filled with joy. Take faith from your future self and what you can do and what you can achieve. You are limitless. You are living in a world of abundance. You can do and be anything. You can open up your heart again to love. You can bring more money into your life. By becoming her, you can show up every day by taking the small incremental steps, trusting and believing that you are worthy of the love, of the success, of the money, of the whatever. Doing the mirror work, doing the journaling prompts, doing whatever it is, replaying this and doing the meditation again. Whatever it is that you felt helped you over the 3 days, tap into the frequency, tap into the love. Thank you so much, obviously, for being here from the bottom of my heart. As always, I'll always send you so much love and light from my heart chakra to yours. Tomorrow, I will actually be sending you out an